guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering the internet's most asked questions about the Jewish holiday of Passover. So let's jump in. What does the web want to know about Pesach? I'm going to be answering all these questions for you. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up to let me know, and hit that red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any more of my Jewish holiday content. And if you want to follow along and see how me and my family are preparing for Passover every day this month, then don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay, the internet's #1 most asked question about Passover. Actually, I want you to pause and comment down below what you think it is. Did you get it right? Ready? When is Passover 2021? And the answer is Passover 2021 begins Saturday, March 27th. So it actually begins at sundown on that Saturday. So after Shabbat ends, Passover begins. And the web's second most asked question about Passover is, of course, when does it end? When does Passover 2021 end? Passover 2021 ends on Sunday, April 4th at sundown, when there are 3 stars visible in the sky. So that's the kind of ancient Jewish tradition about when sundown is, when the holiday ends. It's usually about an hour technically after sundown, but yeah, when there are 3 stars visible in the sky. And the internet's next most asked question about Passover is, how long is Passover? So I'll save you guys the math. Passover is 8 days long. Unless you live in Israel, then it's only 7. Or if you're a member of the Reform movement in Judaism, they also only celebrate 7 days. But for conservative, Orthodox, and the rest of the Jews around the world, it is 8 days long. Okay, the next one made me laugh, and that is, who celebrates Passover? Well, Jewish people celebrate Passover. It falls around the same time as Easter usually, so it's that springtime holiday for the Jewish people. And you'll see lots of matzah in the stores, and people go to their seders to begin the Jewish holiday, which is the meal that kicks it off. And it's a week-long holiday where we don't eat bread or a lot of other items that have bread in them. And one thing I just want to add is I get asked all the time if people who are Christian and like learning about the Old Testament or observing the holidays of the Old Testament can celebrate Passover or Shabbat. And I always say to them, Reed, can you make a lot less noise? And my answer to them and to you, if you're watching this, is always the same, is to do what feels right in your heart. If eating matzah and learning about the Passover celebration and even creating a mini celebration in your home feels spiritual to you, feels like a way of honoring your faith, then I say go for it. I don't find it offensive at all. In fact, I find it really heartwarming and nice that people who aren't Jewish are so interested in Jewish religion and Jewish traditions. I think as long as you're not doing it in a way that's teasing or poking fun, which I'm sure you're not, and it's a way to just honor other customs. I just kind of see it as a nice way to learn about other cultures, kind of in the same as if I had a Christian friend who was able to come to my house for Passover, which I have had in the past, and it's always been so nice. So I think it's a beautiful way to learn from other traditions. The next most searched internet item about Passover is Karpas Passover. Why karpas? I'm not sure, but karpas is one of the items on the Seder plate. It's the greens. It's usually parsley. It can also be celery, and it's also dipped in salt water during the Seder. I think maybe it's one of the most searched items because people want to know what it means, because they want to make sure to have the right item at their Seder table. But it represents springtime, newness, new beginnings that come at this time of the year. And we dip it in the salt water to remember the tears of our ancestors who were enslaved. Okay, the next most asked thing also made me laugh, and that is aluminum foil Passover. Can anyone guess why that might be? So it ties to another web search item directly related to that, which is Unorthodox. So the Netflix show Unorthodox has a Passover scene, and in it, in Estee's, I think it's actually in her husband's family home, everything in the kitchen is covered in tinfoil. So the reason that some really religious Jewish families do this, they cover everything in tinfoil for Passover, is there's a lot of really strict traditions about removing the chametz, which is anything not kosher for Passover, Passover, any bread related items from your home. And it can be so strict that you go through all this cleaning, like an incredible amount of cleaning to remove the chametz from the house. And there's a lot of ritual and symbolism and spiritualness that goes with it beyond just the physical cleaning. But some people want to be so certain that no surface that touches their food has touched chametz items that they'll cover their surfaces in things like tinfoil. It's also less expensive than what other people do. Really wealthy Orthodox families might have a whole separate Passover kitchen, or they might have boards that cover their countertops and things like that. But people who don't have that kind of money use different items like foil to create a new surface. And finally, the last most asked trending item for Passover is it appropriate to say Happy Passover? I think it's totally fine. Traditionally, you would say Chag Sameach, which is just the Hebrew form of happy holiday. But yeah, you can also say Happy Passover. I would say it's less traditional. You might get a smile, but it's totally fine. I don't think anyone would be offended. It's nice to wish someone a happy Passover. But generally, in the more traditional home, you'll hear Chag Sameach. So that's it. Those are the web's most searched, most query questions about Passover. If you're wondering how I got these, I just searched the internet. I looked on Google Trends. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!